What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Galaxy Moons. Let's go ahead and talk here a little bit, man. It's been a few days since I posted in my last little video, so let's go ahead and get into this right now. This right here that you're looking at is this is a YouTube channel that I like to follow. His name is called the Mayo slash Reform California. He's a part of the CA state legislator, and he does a lot of videos pretty much talking about just the kind of policies that are being implemented in California right now. And he likes to combat with policies that he thinks will reform California. So a really educational channel. It definitely keeps you on game on what's going on in California, which I told you guys in a few videos back that I'm actually going to start paying attention to to politics a lot more, because a lot of this stuff I've let go on the wayside. You always just kind of go off of what other people say, and I know that's the horrible way to go about politics, but that's kind of how I've been for years. And now given just this current election I just happened, you really my eyes started really opening to a lot of the tomfoolery that's been going on. So I've been trying to really, keep myself involved and keep myself informed with what's going on in California and in the news, or in politics today. So he is a very good channel for those who are in California. Definitely check it out. Carl DeMaio, Reform California. He definitely puts you on game about a lot of, stuff that's going on in California, and the policies that are being placed. And he tries to implement policies that are going to make things better. So you can see by this first video here, I haven't even seen this. He posted this 2 hours ago. I haven't even watched this, but these LA fires that's been going on, it's absolutely outrageous. I can't even believe that the fires, to the extent that it is, the fact that there is pretty much practically zero containment of these fires. They're out of water. People, are being forced to evacuate, but they can't drive their cars. It's the mayor is out. She was out doing, out of the country at an inauguration. Meanwhile, Gavin's over here saying he's gonna be talking to the president, but he ain't got no cell service. Biden comes out and says that, oh yeah, we gonna be working on the homes and all that good stuff. But by the way, I'm a great grandfather. I'm a great grandfather. It's just outrageous. You can't make this up, guys. This shit is really crazy, man. And this is why I say, man, really pay attention to your state and your local officials, elected officials. Pay attention, because who you elect really, is going to impact your quality of life in your state or your county or whatever, or wherever you're at. It really will affect it. So, you're going through these fires, guys. And like I said, you can't make this shit up, dude. The guy, Biden, really talks about him being, him having a great grandchild at a fire briefing for trying to help people. Why the hell would people in LA right now give a shit if you're a great grandfather right now? Their houses are burning down. Their lives are literally burning down to the ground as you speak clearly. And this is what you choose to say. It's kind of just outrageous, guys. Like listen to this. Listen.
Correspondent Annalise Nielsen joins us live now. Annalise, the governor of California is under pressure.
Look, he is. Donald Trump's been quite critical of his handling of water up until this point, but this briefing a few moments ago is quite extraordinary. This is the President of the United States. Now, he happened to be in California when it wasn't anticipated that there would be this wildfire situation in place. He was there for official engagements that were called off because of the weather, and then also because his granddaughter had had a baby. So in this briefing, Joe Biden, after getting briefings from all of the fire authorities there about these wildfires that, as they describe, are 0% under control. They have water shortages there that they're trying to get to the bottom of why that is the case. Joe Biden chose that moment to announce that his granddaughter had had a baby. Now, we are going to play this clip. The audio is not great. The other part of all this is this has been this administration's approach to press for a long time. Journalists weren't allowed close to him. This is why there isn't a microphone there. So put that in context of why it's hard to hear, and then listen to what he has to say.
The good news is
why the hell are people clapping for that? Like, why are you clapping for that? Why do people even care? To be quite honest with you, not even on some mean shit. Why is there being clapped for? You're getting a fire briefing about the thousands of people's lives that are being currently ruined, as you decide to tell people that you're a great great grandfather, dog. Like, just the level of just unseriousness, it's really unfathomable. I really, it don't make sense. You see Newsom there, look at him smiling and shit. Newsom is a whole nother story, bro, and honestly, he gotta go. It ain't making no sense. He ain't making no sense. The misuse of the CA tax dollars. We pay so much money in taxes, and we're so backed up in debt in California. People are running away. Corporations are running away from California right now due to high regulations and just the incompetence of the governor that we got going on now. It's absolutely outrageous. And he's standing next to Biden right now, smiling as he gives an announcement of him being a great granddad. You got people over here trying to run up on you, asking you what you're doing for them during this time, and you're like, "Oh, I'm getting on the phone with the president right now." Well, let me talk to the president. Well, we actually ain't got no cell service, guys. I'm not making this shit up. This is on video. I'm not making this up. I'm not gonna go try to find a video now because a lot of my, I get a lot of my stuff off X / Twitter. A lot of I see a lot of my videos on there, and yeah, it could be cherry picked. But this right here, I actually seen the whole video. He was speaking a little bit about the fire before he even said this, which makes no sense how it correlates. And then to add in, the good news is, like, what do you think the people of LA right now whose houses are burned down, do you think that they would have thought that was good news? Do you really think that? Like, I mean, but this goes to show, like, why aren't people paying attention to the elected officials that we elect, in these elections? Like, we had a majority to elect Newsom. We had a majority to elect Bass, which is the mayor of LA, which, by the way, she was confronted right off the fucking flight, excuse my French, about what was going on, because people were trying to figure out, why are you all the way across the country? You left literally in the beginning of the fire, and you all the way in Africa at an inauguration. They come back, hit you with questions, and you're speechless. She ain't had nothing to say. Nothing to say. I just, you can't make this up. I promise you. Let me find this thing about Mayor, LA Mayor fire. And then, it's funny because now, she looks like, updated an hour ago, she actually gave a press conference. But when she, right here, I promise you, when she was hit with the question, she didn't have nothing to say. This is outrageous.
If your AC unit is more than 5 years old, you could have the entire unit replaced at no cost.
Joining us now is Fox News contributor Leo Terrell in West LA. Look, Leo, wildfires erupting in Southern California should come as no surprise to anyone. So why was LA so unprepared to deal with fires of this magnitude?
I'll tell you right now, Todd, because it's not a priority. It should have been a priority. It was a priority. President Trump brought it to Governor Newsom's attention in 2018 when he talked about having water coming down from the north into California. He didn't listen. President Trump talked about...
Which I heard when it came down to the water coming down, with the proposal he just said, Newsom said no because it's going to disrupt a fish that is pretty much extinct at this point. It's going to disrupt their environment, so we're not going to try to bring that water in. Why would, for a state that constantly gets fires, like literally every year, like since I've been living in California, I'm not even surprised about this fire. It's really actually pretty devastating, but I'm not shocked because California every year gets some kind of some huge fire. But, why would you not put that as first priority to make sure that, the state is prepared for when stuff like this happens? There's endless amount of water supply, endless amount of, just assistance that can be, there to aid people in times like this. Like, why was California so unprepared for this? It really is. It's just outrageous. And these are the kind of questions that we should be asking. Why? Why did we run out of water? How? There are firefighters out there talking about they tried to connect to hydrants, but there was no water. Why was there no water? And then the mayor, well, after I show you her not saying nothing, when they first initially asked, apparently an hour ago, or a couple hours ago actually, she made a statement saying, "Oh, well, we couldn't get the helicopters there because of the high winds and blah blah blah." The helicopter aid should have been last resort because we should have had the water supply to be able to shut this down. At least get it, somewhat contained. The fires are at 0% contained. It's absolutely insane. God.
About in October with Joe Rogan, the failure of California to focus on fire prevention. Instead, we talk about DEI. We talk about having Karen Bass in Africa. The priority is not on fire prevention, but on climate change, on EV mandates. And you know who's paying for this? It's the citizens in California. Because just like myself, I'm in my evacuation clothes and my sleeping clothes. You don't know what's going to happen. What happened to Pacific Palisades and Altadena should have never happened. And then one final point. Why did the mayor cut $17 million out of the fire department budget? It's not a priority, Todd.
Why? Good question. Why would you take $17 million away from the fire budget, knowing that this is a state that constantly gets fires? Like, there shouldn't be any money taken from that department whatsoever. Matter of fact, it needs to be going in just for situations just like this. And like he said, it just wasn't a priority. Why was it not a priority to our elected officials? I can't understand it. I guess we just will never know. And these are the kind of leaders that we elected to govern our state of California. It's ridiculous, man. We need to start waking the fuck up. We need to stop with this BS. We need to start paying attention to these damn politicians. We need to start making sure we invest in our actual state. Make sure that when these elections come up, we're staying on top of the game, making sure we know everything about who is who and what is what and where is what, because this is crazy. So where did the $17 million that you pulled from the fire department or the fire fund, the fire department fund, where did that $17 million go? Where did it go? Can you answer that? Where did it go?
Well, that mayor, Karen Bass, when pressed by reporters, didn't have a lot to say. Watch.
Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up, I appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens
look at
today?
Look at
no
her.
apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
Nothing.
Yeah.
She had nothing to say. But hey, there was no script there. So I guess she didn't want to put her foot in her mouth. But hey, she finally got her little script to say and got her briefing, so she was able to do a press conference, and she blames it on the egregious winds that were, they couldn't foresee this. This was an unfortunate event, and the egregious winds is what really preemptively spurred this fire, which is probably potentially true. But at the end cap, if there was, the preparation for the fire, we would have had a better chance at fighting this and not losing all of their, so many people lost their homes. And this could have, it could have been minimized severely if we were just prepared. Like, we can't stop fires, obviously, because they always constantly happen, which I honestly think that they're man-made at this point. Somebody's going around. There's a serial arsonist every year going around setting these motherfuckers. That's just my opinion. Doesn't make it fact, but, that's just what I feel. But if we have a way to, combat and address the fires when they start to minimize the damage, that should always be the end goal. So taking money from the fire department fund, why were, forests and, just debris and stuff like that, why were they not cleared out? I heard that there were debris sitting there for 15 plus years. You got dry ass dead trees that were never cleaned up. Why? These are all fire hazards. This is stuff that should have been preemptively taken care of to avoid this kind of disaster. This is really, it's really a high level of incompetence, and it's outrageous, dude. Mismanagement of money, misuse of funds. Where the hell did that $17 million that you pulled from the fire fund, where did it go? You know what I mean? We asking Gavin what the hell's going on. Now, I'm talking to the president. I'm talking to, honestly, man, the president, it's cool to get help from the president and stuff, but had we had the funds and we would have had our state together, we shouldn't really need to depend on the president before we can take preemptive action. It should be something that the governor should have been quick on, like we should have been on it type shit. You know what I mean? But no, that's not what it is. It's just constant misuse of money. It's outrageous, dog. It's outrageous. The day before he's announcing this high-speed rail shit that he's been talking about for damn near 15 plus years to get it. We're finally putting down the tracks for the high-speed rail. Bro, you've been talking about that stuff for 15 years, dog, since 2008. Why are you just now laying tracks down for the high-speed rail yesterday? Why? And where did the money go that was allocated for that project that has been getting funded every single, year for this project? Where's the money going? Can you answer that? No, you can't. Because a whole bunch of corruption going on behind closed doors. It's crazy, guys. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. This is the time to be paying attention to your elected officials, whether it be your state, your county, whatever. Pay attention, because this is absolutely outrageous. I feel so bad for the people of LA right now, man. Like, at this point, and I know a lot of them, they're criticizing the shit out of them, and they have every right to, because why was this so egregiously mishandled? Why? People, you got some people on the news talking about, oh, no, there's enough water. But you got actual firefighters that are down there saying, bro, we ain't got no water, man. The hydrants are dry. Why was the hydrant? First off, we should never have dry hydrants. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Why was the hydrants dry? Why didn't you reroute that lake, or whatever the case, to be flooded into that city so that water was able to be used for a situation like this? All because you wanted to protect and save a fish? Now, they're talking about climate change. Listen, man, the climate change, we can't really spit the climate change bullshit out when we didn't even do the necessary precautions or take the necessary precautions to even attempt to fight this fire. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just automatically blame climate change when you didn't even try to clear any of the dead trees out, or do any of the necessary things to kind of mitigate the damage of this fire. You can't just automatically blame climate change. This is insane. We're in winter. Why are we even having fires like this? It don't make sense, guys. But yeah, this is the faces of our elected officials, guys. This is it. This is what we got to work with. And people's lives are freaking ruined right now because of this shit like this. So back to Carl DeMaio. Make sure you guys, give him a check out. If you're living in California, I really, really do enjoy his channel. A lot of information there, and definitely keep yourself up on what's going on in Cali, man. My heart goes out to everybody in LA. I hope they get this under control real soon and there's not too much more damage. People's lives are ruined, dog. People's homes, everything is burnt to the ground, dog. It's insane, y'all. It's absolutely insane. But that's it for this video. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Make sure, if you guys like the video, please go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section below. If you have any questions, please drop those down too. Other than that, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.